work I've done, I'm just not good. I'm just not that good.
My grandfather would never call it works.
Yeah.
He would call it sanctification.
Yeah. I believe the Lord has sanctified me over the last 24, almost 5 years. August will be 25 years I'll have been a believer. And the Lord has definitely sanctified me. But even as that, I don't look to my sanctification. I'm still not anywhere near where I need to go.
When you were arguing with the socialists over here, I almost said, I didn't want to ruin your routine, is that, well, Jesus said the poor will always be with us.
Yeah, usually if you nettle the socialists a little bit, you get the discussion going. So I usually try to nettle the socialists out here. But yeah, I would, so with the faith and work things, my only hope is literally the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ. That event saved me. If that event didn't save me, I believe I'm going to hell. Because I have nothing. I hope it works.
When you start talking, like, I have all the Jewish things come to my mind, like my Jewish teacher saying that sacrifice didn't cover all sins, like it didn't cover sins against people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I even want to argue that Christ's sacrifice is so much greater than anything. And we went from a lesser to the greater. The Old Testament did have sacrifices.
I'm saying the comparison breaks down on a certain level.
From the Old Testament, but if Christ is a greater sacrifice, he even atoned for the high-handed sins, which were not atonable in the Old Testament.
Right.
And so I would say that as the Passover lamb, that his death, his burial, his resurrection is far greater than anything taking place in the Old Testament. That was not sufficient. That was not able to cleanse our consciences for all eternity. The blood of Christ is. And so
what we do as sacrifice is that the highest sacrifice in Sikh religion is the holy name. There's this principle in India that the Ganges River is considered holy. We don't particularly consider the geography holy, but so Indians who want to offer something to the holy Ganges offer Ganges water, and so we offer to God his name. So it's something of similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I even go a step further. It's actually what God has offered. So salvation from beginning to end is a work of God, so that no one can boast. And so the faith and work things, and I do think that anybody who does believe will produce works.
And my grandfather, he drifted a little bit toward universalism, not totally.
Okay.
But he did believe that the atoning sacrifice of Jesus was offered to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I come out here and offer it to everybody.
That's a contradiction being a Calvinist. If you have limited atonement, you're out preaching to everybody. You know what I mean? But
yeah, well, it's up to the Holy Spirit to apply it. So I offer the gospel to all. Go to the highways and byways and compel them all to come in. So I come out here to try to compel all, but knowing only by the Holy Spirit will anybody respond. And so the triune God is in perfect unity and salvation. The Father elected, the Son purchased, and the Holy Spirit calls. And the means that God uses is the preaching of the gospel. And so I do trust that the means, so people ask, well, why preach? Because the means that God uses is us actually preaching.
Well, we're all at fault if not everybody hears the gospel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have something to say to you before I leave.
Have a good one.
What? What did you say?
Have a good one. Good night.
I have something to say to you before I leave.
Oh, okay.
You just said, like, so I got a really cool idea.